Christopher Nolan has us excited once again with his upcoming movie Oppenheimer. The film is set to release in the summer of 23. To be more precise, it's coming out on the 21st of July 2023. Even though the movie has not yet been released, we can say for sure that it's going to be a roaring success without a shred of any doubt for many reasons. These include an amazing storyline, a phenomenal cast, obviously Christopher Nolan, and the fact that Nolan has joined hands with Universal Pictures. The storyline. One thing that we can say about Christopher Nolan's movies is that they always manage to capture the spotlight. Following this years-long trend, Oppenheimer did so as well. However, this movie is so much more special because this is also Nolan's debut biopic. If we talk about the storyline, then the movie's based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning book written by Kai Bird and Martin Day-Schwinn, called The American Prometheus. Oppenheimer revolves around J. Robert Oppenheimer, a theoretical physicist, and his role in the Manhattan Project. The foundation of the Manhattan Project was laid out in 1939 by the then President Franklin D. Roosevelt to create the first ever nuclear weapon. It was initiated in response to fears that Adolf Hitler and his team of scientists were working towards creating their own nuclear weapon. After the events of Pearl Harbor in 1941, Project Manhattan went on to fully become a military initiative headed by Lieutenant General Leslie Groves of the Army Corps of Engineers. Oppenheimer was designated as the director of the Los Alamos Laboratory in New Mexico in 1943, where the first ever nuclear bombs were built. The atom bomb made there was eventually tested at the White Sand Proving Ground in New Mexico on the 16th of July, 1945. The bombs that were made as part of the Manhattan Project were later dropped on the cities of Nagasaki and Hiroshima, killing 100,000 people. Years after, in 1965, talking about the test, Oppenheimer said, "We knew the world would not be the same. A few people laughed, a few people cried, most people were silent. I remember the line from the Hindu scripture by Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to convince the prince that he should do his duty. And, to impress him, he takes on his multi-armed form and says, 'Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.'" I suppose we all thought that, one way or another. The movie's going to be different from any of Christopher Nolan's other films. It's not even like a typical war movie that we've seen. Oppenheimer tells us about an important aspect of World War II, and just to make everything much more exciting than it already is. The cast. Apart from an amazing storyline, Oppenheimer also has a phenomenal cast that includes some of the biggest names in the industry. For starters, Cillian Murphy, someone who has starred in some of Christopher Nolan's other previous films, including Batman Begins and Dunkirk, has the lead role of J. Robert Oppenheimer. Emily Blunt plays the role of Oppenheimer's wife, Katherine Oppenheimer. Matt Damon plays Leslie Groves, the Army Corps of Engineers overseer, and Florence Pugh plays Jean Tatlock, a member of the Communist Party in the US who has an affair with Oppenheimer. Let's also not forget Robert Downey Jr., as he plays the role of Atomic Energy Commission Chairman Lewis Strauss. If that was not enough, the cast also includes some big names like Rami Malek, Jack Quaid, David Dastmalchian, Gustav Skarsgård, Gary Oldman, and many more. We're sure that after hearing about the cast of this movie, you are just as excited as we are about Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan leaves Warner Brothers. One of the biggest shocks for the audience before the release of this movie has got to be the fact that Christopher Nolan has left his longtime partner, Warner Brothers, and shook hands with Universal Pictures. This is because Nolan was not happy with the release strategy of Warner Brothers, and this decision to part ways took place when Warner Brothers decided to release their 2021 film slate simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max, which is a streaming service. Christopher Nolan also made a statement about this by saying, "Some of our industry's biggest filmmakers and movie stars went to bed the night before thinking they were working for the greatest movie studio and woke up to find out they were working for the worst streaming service." He also said Warner Brothers has an incredible machine for getting filmmakers work out everywhere, both in theaters and at home, and they're dismantling it as we speak. They do not even understand what they're losing. Their decision makes no economic sense, and even the most casual Wall Street investor can see the difference between disruption and dysfunction. These are definitely some pretty harsh words. However, one thing is for sure. At the end of the day, Nolan's decision to go to Universal Pictures was also actually a smart one. That's what the stats say at least, because Universal Pictures has come out as a studio that is perfect for summer blockbusters. If we compare Universal Pictures and Warner Bros.' performance in the summer of 2022, Universal Pictures has collected more than $2 billion worldwide, while Warner Bros. Has only collected about $371 million. Anyways, Oppenheimer only needs to make about $400 million globally to make a profit, and we all know that this will be a piece of cake considering the storyline and cast, and obviously we can't emphasize this enough, but come on guys, it's Christopher Nolan. And that, folks, brings us to the end of today's video. And we're 100% sure that you're just excited for Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer as we are. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you let us know down below in the comments so we can keep on dishing out the content for you guys. Also, leave us a big thumbs up on this video, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you can be the first one to know when there's something new in store for you. We'll see you next time.